Okay, there's a place in the universe where gravity just wins. Like it stops playing by the rules, time freezes, light literally turns around and runs away. You are looking at the first photograph of one, that orange ring. That's not the black hole, that's light screaming as it tries to escape. And the dark part in the middle, there's where your brain is going to break. Mind it, let me show you why.
So look up tonight. If the sky is clear, you will see thousands of stars. What do you want to see? What's hiding between them? Astronomers estimate that in our galaxy alone, just the Milky Way, there are 100 million black holes. Let that sink in. 100 million. Invisible. Just drifting. You might ask, okay, Ranjana, why should I care? I'm never going to visit one. Here's why. Because we live in a universe where these things exist. They shape galaxies, they warp time, they are literally part of the furniture of reality. If you want to understand where we live, like actually understand it. If you have to understand the places where the normal rules break, and to do that, you need to start with something simple, something you already know, throwing a ball.
Imagine you are in a field, you throw a rock up. What happens? Comes back down. Obviously, gravity. Now, if you want that rock to leave Earth forever, never come back, you need to throw it really fast. 11 kilometers per second fast. We call that escape velocity. Cool. Simple. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Imagine squishing Earth like take the whole planet and compress it, make it smaller. What happens to gravity at the surface? Gets stronger, right? Which means escape velocity goes up. Squeeze more, escape velocity goes up more. If you keep going, if you squeeze Earth down to the size of a peanut, escape velocity becomes the speed of light. And once escape velocity hits light speed, nothing comes out. Not light, not you, not anything. That is a black hole. It's not a hole, it's not a tunnel, it's a bowl of gravity so intense that space literally wraps around itself like a cage. And that boundary, the point of no return, we call it the event horizon, which sounds cool because it is. Now, here's where my brain actually broke the first time I learned this. At the event horizon, escape velocity equals light speed. And Einstein told us something annoying. Nothing with mass can reach light speed. So mathematically, once you cross that line, there's literally no path out. Every direction you point is deeper in, forward is in, backward is in, left, right, up, down, all in. You are not falling into something, you are falling out of the universe we understand. Let's talk size because this part's wild. If you took our sun, which you can't, it's not massive enough, but if you did and compressed it into a black hole, the event horizon would be only 3 kilometers across. Think about that. An entire star, 99.8% of the solar system's mass, crushed into something the size of your city. We call that radius the Schweizer's-Child radius, named after Carl Schweitzer who solved Einstein's equation in 1986 while fighting the World War I. Absolute legend. Don't memorize the math, just remember this. Bigger black hole is equal bigger event horizon, and weirdly, bigger ones are gentler. Fall into a small black hole, you are spaghetti before you reach it. Fall into a supermassive one, you might float right enough through the horizon and not even feel it. Physics is weird, guys. For decades, black holes were just math. Spooky prediction on paper. Even Einstein was like, yeah, nature probably wouldn't allow something that extreme. But then, I love this part. The evidence started showing up. In 2015, LIGO detects two black holes colliding, not light, sound, ripples in space-time itself. We heard them. In 2016, the Event Horizon Telescope drops that image, M84, a black hole 6.5 billion times heavier than our Sun. We don't just think they exist anymore, we have heard them crash. We have seen their shadow. That's the moment science fiction became science fact. And I still get chills thinking about it. Let me show you something real. This isn't animation. Well, this part is, but the data behind it is. At the very center of our galaxy, there's a spot called Sagittarius A. For years, astronomers watched star orbiting. Nothing. Look at this, called S2. In 2018, it whipped past center at nearly 3% the speed of light. The only thing that can make a star move like that, something invisible. 4 million times the mass of our sun, packed into a space smaller than our solar system. That's our black hole. It's quite real now, sleeping. But one day, who knows? Here's the part I actually lose sleep over. Black holes raise question we just can't answer yet. What happens to stuff what that falls in? Stephen Hawking showed black holes slowly evaporate. Over trillions of years, they just disappear. So if the black holes vanishes, does the information vanish too? Physics says no. Information can't be destroyed. So where does it go? We don't know. And what's at the center? Most models says a singularity, a point of infinite density. But infinity in physics usually means we are missing something. String theory, loop quantum theory, they are attempts to answer what's really there. We don't have the answer yet. And honestly, there's my favorite part about science. The biggest questions are still open. You could be the one who figures it out. Black holes are where the universe tests us. They remind us that reality is stranger than we are capable of imagining. And that's why I love this stuff. If this video made you think differently about space, or if you just enjoyed watching, hit that like button. Honestly, it helps more people find the channel. Means a lot. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm Ranjana. This is Astrophysics Explained, and as always, keep looking up.